This is going to be a starseed reading for the Andromedans for October 2025. Okay, so you got time to heal and nature's healing power. Self-healing is an extremely important daily routine in your development. You need to be in your best heart-centered space to create a clear, authentic communication with spirit. Find a quiet space, turn your mind to focus within. Ask yourself, what is my body, heart, and soul seeking right now? Is it intuitively feeling the need for healing on a mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual level? Whether you choose to do body work, energy healing, a walk in nature, yoga, or just a quiet meditation, these can all be ways of self-healing to balance the body, mind, and soul. If you picked this card at random, let it be a clear sign that it's time to honor you. Nature is not only something we see in our eyes, but also something we feel and experience in our body, mind, and spirit. It can be wonderfully restorative to our overall well-being. Now is the time to let your body absorb the healing power that nature has to offer. All right, well, there's what you need to do and how to do it. Andromedans for October 2025. Oh, was it that one? I think it was that one. Yeah. Alright, well, the Exile kept trying to come out, so we'll just keep that one on top of the deck. In fact, we'll read that one first. So, strategy, failure, trauma. It's kind of like inverted, so it's kind of hard to see it, but... So I guess we're walking away from that. At least that's what it seems like. We'll read it if we can find it. Okay, so the Exile is a lost, broken figure haunted by dim memories of former victories. Once he was a glorious supreme commander, a leader of soldiers, and a feared warlord. Now he is a rootless wanderer, unable to fully grasp who he was, and unable to understand what he could become. The Exile represents someone who has failed in spite of their cleverness, skills, or strategic abilities, and who cannot understand why they have failed. It is a sign that the answers one seeks cannot be found within oneself unless one accepts the reality of one's situation. I guess in healing you kind of grasp different aspects of your situation. You also got the ageless. Healing, graciousness, acceptance, the light in the darkness. Denied paradise on a matter of law in spite of her noble life and spirit, the court of Elohim and their mercy granted the ageless the power of renewal for herself and others. This allows her to grant healing and succor to those souls suffering from harms inflicted by Abaddon's corruption. She has accepted her lot with graciousness and dignity, preferring a life of service and acceptance of her fate to one of bitterness and despair. Seek the ageless when in need of healing, a sympathetic ear, or the grace to accept what one cannot change. And you also got your own, if I can find that one. Master of the Great Hunt. The Master of the Great Hunt is the lord of his domain in the sense that he embodies its nature. His power supports his interests, but does not dictate after the fashion of a tyrant, nor attempt to govern it. Those who serve him do so out of loyalty rather than fear, and pursue those paths which are natural to themselves. Iran directs one to follow one's nature rather than attempting to orchestrate others in pursuit of the most important quarry of all. So, it says down here, natural balance, and that was one of his domains. So, I guess for seeking healing and restoring natural balance to your life this month. And the start of that is looking at things through the most authentic lens that you can. Andromeda, October 2025. We have the moon, and luxury, and the strength card. So through this healing, you're also going to be finding like your own strength. This is kind of like picking yourself back up again. But you did receive luxury and the moon here for, this is sort of like on the other side of this. So there is going to be, as far as the moon goes, there is going to be a full moon in Aries on October 6th-ish, I believe, I think, and a new moon in Libra on the 21st of October. So embrace the failure with all the strength that you have. Embrace healing from the failure. And just realize that where you're heading to is incredible. So you have strength on top of that, the star underneath that. Ultimately, just believe in yourself, and it might even help to balance like other things, like other than like emotionally, maybe just like balance your time so that you can get out into nature. But acceptance of the current situation is definitely key in the healing. Definitely don't sweep it under the rug. Work through it. But hopefully that helps.